Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Saturday to all of you guys out there. Yes, I've got my hat on backwards. That means I'm Casual Dave. Should I be planting, doing some gardening, a whole list of things I promised I'd get done this weekend? Absolutely, but I'm here, and so are you. So let's stall on the chores and just listen to a couple voicemails of yours. As you guys know, we collect voicemails all week long, and you guys always deliver. I'm going to play a couple voicemails, one of which supporting Clayton. Now, the question is, do fans outweigh the haters? He's got a lot of haters out there, but there's a lot of people that really enjoy the old dimpled, Midwestern charm that he's got. So let's listen to our first caller coming in from California.
Hey, my new friend, Dave. I love your show.
Hey.
Valerie Smith in Sonoma, California.
Hey, Valerie.
Yes, it was wild to say the least, but you know what? I love Clayton more than I did before. And I want Gabby to win. It was wonderful. I'm glad I watched. I have an order. It's Gabby,
Okay.
I think, anyway, yeah, a trip. And the fact that I knew Serene was not going to make it anyway. Love you, Dave. Love you, love you, love you, love your output.
Wow. A lot
And
of love.
again, Sonoma County, Sonoma, my mom calls it paradise. Love you. Bye.
From Sonoma County. Do you have to be drunk off of wine to live in Sonoma County? I feel like Sonoma, the only thing I know about Sonoma is, don't they make linen sheets too? I feel like good wine and good linen sheets go together. What do I know? Either way, thank you so much for calling in. It sounds like a new listener, right? Or you've been a listener, you just weren't a fan of mine beforehand. Either way, I appreciate the call. Let's go to our next one. Actually, before I go to the next call, how about this? Have you guys seen my new reel that I made? So I was watching. Now, you guys saw this. 4,000 views. You saw this video we made yesterday with Clayton on the Chicks in the Office podcast, but it looked like Clayton had a crush on Rhea, the host of the show. So I thought I would sort of play up their romance with a little editing that I made. So here, have a watch. Hold on one second here. Let's do it again. Have a watch. You got to turn the volume on.
Didn't like you.
Can we see a potential relationship happening here? It looks like he really appreciates her style of humor. What do you guys think?
I just was wondering if you banged Sinead the entire season.
That was funny. That was a little funny. I saw back and forth there, yeah.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Oh, that's love. Look, you can make anything look lovely if they put the right music behind it. So I made that over the weekend. Follow me on Instagram if you want. And then let's go to our next voicemail. We're going to have 2 videos in a row coming your way. This is Kathy in New Jersey.
Hey, Dave. This is Cassie from New Jersey. I just wanted to say I really appreciate your coverage about the Joe situation. I really do find the Redditors' statement to be very credible and genuine. I don't think someone would come forward with something like that was so detailed if it wasn't true. And I am, like Elizabeth said, in the habit of believing women. I just really appreciate that you're seemingly the only one covering this story. And the fact that Katie and Elizabeth and all these people are commenting on it means that it's really getting out there. So I just appreciate what you're doing and trying to be fair and respectful about the situation.
Thanks so
Love
much.
your channel. Peace.
Well, thank you, Kathy from New Jersey. Look, I didn't want to make this the title of this video because it's kind of a heavy topic here. And look, the last thing we want to do is sort of profiteer off of these tough conversations. I truly mean that. And that's exactly why no other channels are covering this. Because everyone's self-serving, right? This is like a free market capitalism. You have Us Weekly, you have all these different companies. They want to profit off of the low energy stories, the non-controversial stuff, but they don't want to be here for the ones that are very, very tough to talk about. And I understand that. I don't get much out of it. To be honest, if I knew I wasn't going to face some sort of backlash from an audience, maybe I wouldn't talk too. But I understand when someone says, hey, the silence is deafening. I understand that that's fraudulent to me to not have that conversation because that's what we're trying to do is have these conversations. I've received messages from people on the Redditor side, and I've received messages from friends of Joe Coleman's. And all I can say is, look, the information is out there, and we'll talk about it in a way that's as respectful and delicate as possible. And I think that helps normalize conversations versus things being so heavy they don't get addressed at all, right? Isn't that one of the problems, is that things can be so heavy to talk about in our world that we just don't address them at all? I don't want that to be the case. I don't want that to be the case. All right, we got a couple more voicemails to get into. Let's go to Harry in New York City.
Hi, Dave. It's Ari from New York City,
Oh,
and I just have like a fun question.
I said Harry.
So, okay, you and your partner, let's say in a hypothetical world, you two were in together and you both were contestants on your own respective seasons. Like you were a contestant on The Bachelorette, she was a contestant on The Bachelor. What do you think your character would be, and what do you think her character would be, out of curiosity? Love you. Love your stuff.
Loves.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. So the question is, if Tasha, and I love this question. Thanks so much for the call. I thought it said Harry in New Jersey, but then maybe you said, I don't, Ava, whatever. My Google Voice will auto text who's calling, and it sometimes gets it terribly wrong. So if Tasha and I weren't together, I think she would, now she thinks, she always says she thinks she would come off as a villain because she says she has resting bitch face, which is probably, you know, like we've talked about, sort of a trait of the neurodiverse world here, where some, you know, you might, so, but I think she would come off okay. I actually think she would come off very much like Serene, in the sense that Serene, a very beautiful person. Where's Serene here? Let's go find Serene. Serene, a very beautiful person who wasn't willing to dive into any of the drama and stayed in her own lane, didn't cause much controversy, didn't make huge headlines. I actually think that's what Tasha would be, and that's a huge compliment to her. Now, with regards to me, what would I? By the way, here's an old, oh, there we are. Wow, look at that. Nice butt cheeks there. She had made her Photoshop the moles off my back. I think I would, you know, it's very hard to sort of think of ourselves as like, how would I come off? Where's a photo of us together? I think I would come off likable, but I don't think I would be much of a threat. Like, I wonder if I would have a lot of that Connor energy. You know, you get a lot of those guys with the big muscles, big personalities. I mean, I think I've got a big personality in my world, but a lot of times when other people are yapping, I'll just sort of let them. You know, a lot of I see this with a lot of stand-up comedians where people think stand-up comedians are sort of the loudest in the room, but I think a lot of times we're more the observational type, like we're observing what's going on. So I think I would shine in the moments, which is where you give the personal interviews, but then I think I would, you know, in group settings, try to be as non-confrontational as possible. I don't see myself calling people out because I don't do that in real life. I mean, I might do this here when it's like something egregious, but I don't do that in real life where like I don't call my friends out or other, you know, it's just like, all right, you know, the idea of doing your best with the information you have and knowing that others are trying the best with the information they have, that idea doesn't play well within Bachelor. That just gets rid of whatever drama that could be fabricated. Anyway, I got one more video coming your way. I love hearing from your voicemails. If anyone wants to call in, by all means, you can call in 401-213-9828 or join the Patreon for extra bonus content, patreon.com/Dave Neal. And of course, the Dave Neal Show has non-Bachelor related content. Monday and Tuesday are the 2-night finale. We're going to have a ton of before and after episode live streams. So hang on tight. It's going to be a finish that we've actually never seen before. They're saying this is the first of its kind. Whatever happens after the final rose, we'll be the first to find out. There's no spoilers. All right, folks. We'll be right back. Bye, everyone.